What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Game Week 25 team selection stream. Hope you are all doing well. Andy, welcome. Andy's got his coffee ready for the stream. Good morning to you, Andy. Freddie as well. Good morning. Is it good morning? Is it good morning? Is it afternoon? Let me have a look. It is for you guys. It is the morning. So good morning to you, lads. How are y'all doing? Hope you're well, and Freddie too. Yes, Freddie, welcome. Hello, and Rohan as well. Welcome. How are you doing? So, Game Week 24, pretty decent green, I'd say. Went from 1.5 million to 1.23, I think. Yes, 1.5 to 1.23. Sizable green indeed. Shout out to Mukieli. Mukieli, guys, I tell you, Sunderland defense, the gift that keeps on giving. Gabriel, well done. Wasn't too surprised, if I should say. Guehi came close. Guehi came close to giving a one goal. Guehi also came close to scoring a goal as well. To be honest, he did get into some positions that he might have scored. So it's all right. We take it. Webrugan, man. If you guys saw the Game Week review video, I was 30 seconds, maybe less than 30 seconds away from a Webrugan clean sheet. So frustrating. Enzo doing Enzo things. He returns again. Bruno Fernandes. What a legend. Harry Wilson. It's fine. I'm happy with Harry Wilson in general as a FPL player. Declan Rice, bit disappointing. Nothing really like from Arsenal's attack. Thiago, unfortunately, wasn't supposed to start because a certain fraud, I'm telling you, absolute fraud, who will be sold this week. And then obviously Thiago came on because of that. Joe Pedro, good transfer in. Unfortunately, I should have not sold Ekitike because I sold Ekitike. I lost 13 points. Actually, I lost 3 points because Joe Pedro managed to get a 10. So it is what it is. And then Haaland with the 5. So this week's team, I haven't made the transfer yet because yes, Saka's price fell down this week, but Saka's price didn't. The Saka price fall didn't really affect me anyways because I had bought him in at 9.9. So my plan for this week is to kind of discuss Saka transfers. Now I'm focused on potentially going and getting Brian Mbeumo, but I have considered a few other players as well. Becky, welcome. How are you doing? Joseph, welcome as well. How are you doing? And we now know that Arsenal are doubling in game week 26 and blanking in game week 31. We still don't know whether Man City or Newcastle will be the ones who are blanking in 31, but they won't double in 26. So at the moment, it's looking like City will be the ones who blank. So that's something that we'll have to keep an eye out for. But Saka transfers out. Okay, here are the players I've considered. But before that, let me read the comments. Hi Rohan, congrats on the green. I'm on a spiral in red. Oh, time to buy Bruno Fernandes, which I've seen that you have actually done. So now your green arrows will start coming. You're the same as me in the league. I had Haaland capped. Sunderland saved me with 3 defenders there. Damn, triple Sunderland defense. Hello Ryan and the Chatbox. Welcome Joseph. How are things doing? Hey, cake off the bench. Cake? Really? I have gotten rid of Saka to Bruno Fernandes. So that means the green arrows are about to come. So all right, here, listen to my, give me suggestions on Saka replacement. So one is Brian Mbeumo, which seems to be the most obvious choice from the looks of things because Spurs, West Ham, Everton, Crystal Palace, Newcastle. I mean, all of these fixtures from an attacking point of view are decent. He probably could have scored in the Fulham game as well, to be honest. Had a good opportunity, didn't obviously. I think Leno made a really good save. So, I mean, he's not a bad option as well. He's one that I've considered. Another one that I've considered, should I just go budget and go Anderson if I really wanted to? Look at these returns. This is like I would take this from a 5.3. Like, okay, 4.4 sometimes, 7.57, 7.557. I mean, this is 7 points without any attacking returns, guys. It's just DEFCON and bonus points. That's just insane. And then, apart from Anderson, Gibbs White is also someone, maybe Forest. I still wanted to look at a Forest option, Leeds and Wolves next week. But then after that, the fixtures are not great. So it's a very short-term punt, Gibbs White. So I probably might prefer the longer-term punt in Brian Mbeumo. Who else was I considering? I think it was those 3. I mean, if Wirtz didn't, see Florian Wirtz, I mentioned this on the game, not the game review. I mentioned it on the draft video as well, like the wildcard draft. I think I like Wirtz from game 27 mainly onwards because City and Sunderland are going to be tough fixtures. So 27 onwards, Wirtz looks like a really good shout. But for now, I think I maybe go Embuemo. I don't know. What do you guys think? Cunha is also doing really well, but I just like Embuemo slightly because I feel like he might get slightly more minutes per 90. Amit says, Ryan, nice to be on the stream. Hope you had a green arrow. I did. Tin, welcome. How are you doing? Don't forget to like, guys. Yes, please do not forget to hit that like and subscribe. Please don't forget. Helps the YouTube algorithm. So please smash that like button. My best game week of season, 83 points for Freddy. 83 points. Let's have a look at some of the leagues. Let me know. Joseph is still on top. 75 points from Joseph. He is right on top. Karan is playing FPL a different way this season. He is in a mini league where last man standing. And so this week he's playing a bench boost. It's down to the final 3 in his mini league, the last man standing. So it'll be done by game week 26 effectively. So we're hoping the best for Karan as well. Caleb, welcome. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let me bring up the teams, obviously. So before I bring up Caleb's team, I did have Freddy's team sent over to me, which is this one. And then let me load up Caleb as well, who is 5th in the mini league. Let's have a look at Joseph as well because he's number 1 at the moment. And then who else? Anyone else? Made 2 free transfers immediately on Sunday rather. Another is Chao to Cucurella. Now, with Cucurella and just generally Chelsea's defense, I am in the market for taking a hit. Sounds crazy, but I am potentially thinking of considering taking a hit. And I'll tell you why. This is what my defense will look like this week. I could probably start Guehi, but Mukiele will, even if Arsenal were to score 1 or 2, this man might at least get me 3 points potentially. So I don't know. Between Mukiele and Guehi, I haven't really decided who to trust. I mean, who to start. But I'm thinking of Chelsea defense, and the reason I'm thinking is just purely on the fixtures. I don't know if I'll get any clean sheets. And they're saying don't trust Chelsea defense. Fair. I think there's a point to it. It's just purely fixture play. It's a purely fixture play. And I was thinking maybe do I just go and buy Chalaba? For example, do I go and buy Chalaba for Malik Chow, for example? Or do I go and get Sanchez in goal instead of Verbruggen against Crystal Palace this week? What do you guys think? Should I take the hit? Because next week I'll be getting Timber anyways for the double Arsenal defense for the game week, double game week. So I'll get Timber next week. Question is, do I go and get a Sanchez or something this week? That's what I'm kind of wondering whether to do or not. Saka is out for weeks. Is Saka out for weeks? I have no idea. I was anyway selling him whether he was out or not out, to be honest. I had already made up my mind that I was selling him regardless of his situation. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. So yeah, this is Freddy's team. Freddy's on Rhea, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Mukiele, Rice, Fernandez, Enzo, Szoboszlai, Embuemo, Haaland, Ekitike. I think he was looking at selling Dogu to maybe get even Hill from Bournemouth, I believe. So that's also not a bad option. I have considered Senesi as well, but Aston Villa this week, so I was like, okay, I'll just kind of hold and see. And I think Freddy's also thinking about Munoz from Crystal Palace as another option. Amit says 136 in the league. I will load your team up as well. Where are you? There we are. So I'll put yours in the backlog as well. So that's Freddy's team. Freddy looking good. Freddy already has his moves planned out in terms of what he's going to do. And obviously double game week, he's kind of set up. For those of you who have Wolves players or are looking to buy Wolves players, are you considering buying Wolves players even though they're doubling? In 26, not 36, in 26, are you guys looking to buy Wolves players? Let me know in the comments. This is Caleb's team. 5th in the mini league, Dan Saka, Malik Chow, and Lewin? Oh, Calvert-Lewin. Okay, to Timber, Rice, and Joe Pedro. Yeah, that makes sense. Fair enough. Can't complain with that. I think that looks good. So Timber, Rice, and Joe Pedro, which means you start front two striker. You will have Declan Rice. Yeah, I think that looks pretty decent. Your team. Is that a hit as well, Caleb, or is that just like 3 free transfers? Best Gunners and Chelsea still have amazing fixtures. Pedro, Enzo, Palmer, best 3 Chelsea picks. I am not going on Palmer. Palmer, I don't rate Palmer. Avoid. Palmer is not worth it. I'm going to tell you guys now. Palmer is not worth it. Until he shows form, not even form, until he shows fitness, consistent fitness, then I'll consider Palmer. For now, I'm not even thinking about Palmer. Already on a -4 says Andy. Damn, Andy's already taking the hits. Then this is Joseph, obviously, who is number 1 at the moment. 75, Donnarumma, Timber, Gabriel, Guehi, Bruno, Wirtz, Rogers, Rice, Wilson, Ekitike, and Haaland. Uh, wonder what Joseph is planning on doing. Wirtz and Ekitike, my now not so secret weapon going forward. When one of them scores, it is usually the one that gets assist. Yeah, you basically doubled up and got returns on both, which is amazing. Now, the question for you, I guess you also don't really need to make much of a transfer this week. What are you considering, Joseph? Don't trust Chelsea defense. 3 Chelsea attack for Chelsea. I'm not trusting Palmer. I am not trusting Palmer. And then for Amit, 1 free transfer still remaining. Should I roll or improve Dogu to some cheap defender 1.7 in the bank? So the cheap defenders I mentioned was on the wildcard draft. I mentioned Reinildo at 3.8 and Harry Maguire at 4.3. Otherwise, I would have looked into Senesi potentially. Senesi, Chelsea defense. Was there anyone else that I was considering? No, I think it was that. There weren't that many standout players that you want from a defense. Like Chelsea defense, just because of the fixtures, the next 3 mainly, nothing else. Bournemouth defense, not for this week, but the rest don't seem too bad from Senesi to get like some DEFCON. Aston Villa defense will be from like 26 onwards. I don't trust Crystal Palace too much at the moment because they're kind of in free fall, but Munoz could benefit because he's attacking. Everton have some slightly tougher fixtures. Otherwise, Michael Keane would have been very interesting. Otherwise, there aren't really any other defenses that I really want, for example. Like, there aren't defenses that are standing out. Like, Forest maybe for the next 2, but then after that, it becomes a bit more harder and then it gets a bit more easier. So, yeah, I mean, like, there are very limited defenses that you really want, to be honest, or that you really want to go and buy. I take a hit every week, says Tiger. Not Tiger, says Andy. And Tiger, welcome. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. All right, let me bring up Andy's team. Tiger also sent his team, so let me bring that up as well. This was Andy's team. And I'll go back to the other teams as well, don't worry. I will, the ones that I opened as well, I will definitely go back to them as well. And this was Tigers. What did Becky is already Becky, what did Becky say? Made 2 free transfers. Oh yeah, I read that. I'm considering Thiago to Krupi Jr. I don't mind Thiago to Krupi Jr. It's just that I think we might want Thiago back again. But if you want to sell now and like for the moment and keep Krupi Jr., I don't mind that as well. Can look to buy Thiago back again later. So this was Andy's team. Pickford, Gabriel, Timber, Chalaba, Tarkowski, Enzo, Rice, Palmer, Bruno, Embuemo, Haaland, Krupi, Barry, Mukiele, and Rufus on the bench. He's clearly sold one of his Sunderland defenders this week. A -4 for Wolves goalkeeper and Mane for Barry. Oh, is that for next week? Next week. Okay. Damn. Every week. And he's on a hit train. Free up like 6.2. Fair enough. The thing is with the Wolves goalkeeper, and I mentioned this as well, like if you go Sanchez, like if I go Sanchez, then I don't even need the Wolves goalkeeper because there's a very good chance that Sanchez can match the Wolves goalkeeper, if not outscore the Wolves goalkeeper in a double game week. Uploaded my lineup on Discord, benching dilemma, I suppose. Let's have a look as well. Let's see. Open in browser. So this is Becky's one as well. This is Andy's team: Dubravka, Taco, Timber, Chalaba, Van Heck, Bruno, Enzo, Cunha, Garner, Haaland, Raul, Thiago Semenyo, and Shaw Petrovic. What's the plans? Andy, have you done any transfers or are you looking to do any transfers? You like Palmer last year? I mean, last year Palmer was good for the first half. After that, he's become poor. You have to change your opinions. I mean, when Mboemo was playing for Brentford, I was like, I don't want to get him because he's hitting the post every single time. Now he's improved. You see? Palmer is a risk, but Chalaba lets you down. Palmer doesn't even. The thing is, Palmer doesn't even. Palmer can't let me down because I have no expectations. When you have no expectations, you can't be let down. Amit says already did Thiago to Joe Pedro, had 2 free transfers. So Thiago has been sold to Joe Pedro, which means Joe Pedro will come in. I took out Dogo for Hill last night. I always like to have a squad of 15 players if possible, says Joseph. So Dogo has left. Hill has come in for Bournemouth defense. Hill is in Bournemouth, right? I'm not kind of like imagine this. Imagine, let's see, Bournemouth. Yes. 3.9. Damn, that's actually pretty good value. I didn't think about that. I thought he was like 4 point something. Fair enough. Should I take out Semenyo to Mbuemo or Rogers to Mbuemo? Now, between Semenyo and Rogers, I most likely prefer to keep Semenyo over Rogers. Just because I think Semenyo is on a bit of form right now. The only thing with Morgan Rogers is he's about to hit Brighton, Leeds, and Wolves. Actually, Bournemouth as well, you can include in this. Like these 4 teams generally keeping clean sheets, they kind of struggle. But then Morgan Rogers is also not very consistent in terms of points. Whereas Semenyo right now is a bit more consistent. So I would try to keep Semenyo if I could. But I am well aware that Semenyo is slightly more expensive than Rogers. 7.8 versus 7.6. Not too much. I probably might lean towards keeping Semenyo over Rogers at the moment. Never buy Villa defense. Tennessee only, but Tennessee. Sent to my team. Yes, this is Tiger's team. Players in defense stand out like Mukile and Tennessee. I'll sell Barry next week. I'll try to make a hit every week. Yes, exactly. I've got too much money in the goalkeeper. I'll sell the 7 Everton goalkeeper. Fair enough. If rebuying Thiago doesn't seem to benefit as the buy-sell difference is quite high considering Thiago at 6.6, now 7.1. Yeah, but you have to consider how much are you selling at? That's the other thing, right? You're selling at not 6.6, right? You're selling at something else, if I'm not mistaken. How much am I selling Thiago at? Let's have a look. 7 million Thiago, 7.1. So I'll be selling at 7. So not much of a difference. Pedro is a good buy and Tiger thing. He thinks you're me and I'm you. No. This is Tiger's team. Villa will dip. Hill has played the last 6 games and is keeping up with Tennessee for DEFCON points. And I mean, like 3.9. Fair enough at 3.9. You have my attention. Maybe I should also have a look into this. Maybe not against Aston Villa. Or maybe against Aston Villa also is not too bad. What's his DEFCON? 10, 11, 9, 11, 18, 13. Actually, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Let's get SofaScore open. Alright, where are we? Bournemouth. Where's Hill? Fair enough. He's like in the middle of the halfway line. Does a lot of defending on the right. Fair enough. I like it. 3.9. I don't think you can. That's a pretty good option, to be honest. You guys have now raised an option for me to consider. I might have a look into it a bit more. We'll do Dogo transfer, says Amit. Yes, go ahead. Selling at 6.8 for Becky. Oh, so you probably bought Thiago way more earlier than me. That's probably why. Makes sense. Hill is a very good buy, but Senesi is better. True. I think Senese's DEFCONs are slightly better, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. DEFCON 11, 13, 13, 16, 7, 11, 10, 19, 21. Yeah, like Senese's DEFCONs are way better than Hill's. But for the price that Hill is at, he's almost $1 million cheaper, right? Almost $1 million cheaper, and he offers a decent return as well. It's not too bad, I should say. So yeah, this one is from Becky. This is Becky's team. Becky went Verbruggen, Gabriel, Cash, O'Brien, Cucurella, Bruno, Enzo, Strice, Wilson, Haaland, Calvert-Lewin, Rogers on the bench, Thiago, and Lacroix. What were you planning on doing, Becky, in terms of moves? I'm considering Thiago to Krupi Jr. Why not Calvert-Lewin to Krupi Jr. over Thiago to Krupi Jr.? What's the plan of like Thiago? Like, are you keeping Thiago for something else or what's the plan? Can you give me 5 minutes to have a look at my team? Yes, I can. This is the team. Raul out for Mane. For whose team? For Tiger's team? Raul Jimenez out for Mane? I don't know. That depends on how many transfers he has. Becky has one free transfer left, either to start as is or change out the forward, or Wilson have zero in the bank. Okay, give me a few minutes, Becky. Let's wait and see what Tiger says about his team. I've got one free transfer, says Tiger. One free transfer. Enzo, Cunha, Bruno, Garner, Thiago, Semenyo, and Shaw. How much money in the bank, Tiger? How much money in the bank? I think you probably roll the transfer. I'm leaning more towards rolling the transfer and then buying Gabriel next week for Shaw. Buy Gabriel for Luke Shaw next week. And you probably will need more funds. And those funds you can get by selling one of Raul or even Thiago. I think maybe roll the transfer and go into game week because you're going to need Gabriel. Gabriel is going to be the most popular captaincy next week. So it's best to get in the popular captaincy next week. So I think you'll want to buy Gabriel somehow. Heal is cover for my defense as an enabler, and I like having a full 50-man squad. He's been getting defense in the last game without Senesis usual booking. That's true. Rohan, welcome. Team 1 rank 88 and Team 2 rank 45. I'll load yours up as well. But you might have to wait a few minutes. Play Thiago. It was a great game. All in greens for Team 1. Thinking of wildcard. Ooh. There's a wildcard draft out on the channel right now. For anyone who's planning on wildcarding, there's a wildcard draft available for you. I have uploaded it on YouTube. There we go. So we got Rohan's teams up as well, but 2.2 in the bank. Yeah, see, here's the thing. I think next week you'll probably want to go and even you'll probably do Luke Shaw to, I don't know, Luke Shaw to Gabriel or Tarkowski to Gabriel, or even Van Heck to Gabriel, to be honest. Actually, Van Heck to Gabriel. And with the leftover money, you probably move Raul Jimenez out. Either get the Mane, Krupi Jr., or if you can go further upwards, maybe you can look into a striker. Depending on what Watkins' situation is, even like maybe Tammy Abraham could be very interesting. But yeah, hold Shaw, Van Heck out. Yeah. So Van Heck to Gabriel is one planned transfer. And then you need to have another transfer that potentially improves maybe your forward line. Mane gets a double next week. Yeah, he could go Mane, but there are also strikers with really good single game week fixtures next week as well. That's the other thing. You can play Thiago. Yes, Thiago is against Newcastle. Having said that, I also should consider it for playing Thiago this week. I have benched him at the moment. I should probably think of starting him. Who do I start him over though? Harry Wilson? Mm, should I play Thiago this week? But it's Newcastle at home. That's the only thing. I feel like Harry Wilson might have a slightly better chance in a home fixture. Mane for Raul, whole Thiago, says Andy. I'm glad Arsenal won last night. Chelsea and Everton doubling would have thrown a grenade into my plans going forward. To be honest, the way Chelsea were playing, I think there was only one winner in that tie yesterday. Now, this was Becky's one. Before I get to Rohan's one, Becky has one free transfer left. Either start as is or change the forward, or Wilson have 0 in the back. I think Wilson you can keep for now. I think Calvert-Lewin is probably somewhere. You maybe could start Thiago over Calvert-Lewin as well this week and roll the transfer and go into the double game week 26 and then decide whether you want to go and get Mane or something. Combe, welcome. How are you doing? Joe Pedro looking like rising and Saka and Haaland dropping tonight. Saka already fell in price today, didn't he not? Did he not? I think, let me have a look. I forgot. Oh no, Saka didn't fall. Oh, I thought Saka was going to fall. Yeah, so Saka is probably falling this week. I mean, falling tonight actually. Saka and Haaland are definitely falling in price. I thought he actually fell. Because he was predicted to fall in price. Like yesterday night, basically. Or today for me. He was predicted to fall in price. It's interesting that he didn't fall in price. Newcastle are shaky at the back. That's true. I wanted a Chelsea win. It messed me up, says Andy. Andy had some Everton defense lined up and ready along with triple Chelsea as well. So Andy was hoping for like Chelsea to double alongside Everton. I think I was predicted but Saka didn't drop. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it was predicted, but he didn't drop. Muhin, how are you doing? Welcome. I mean, Becky, you could probably roll if you wanted. Start Thiago over Calvert-Lewin maybe. Harry Wilson is good as an option to keep. And then next week with 2 free transfers, you can decide whether you want to double up on Arsenal defense for the double game week, which means you'll have to find funds as well. Like you might have to do like Lacroix or something. Oh no, you have, yeah. So if you want to double up on Arsenal defense, you'll have to find funds. So if you save 2 free transfers, then you can actually move players around to allocate those funds if you really wanted it. If Haaland falls by 0.5 million, then I'll consider selling. Nah, he's only falling by 0.1 today. Now that the game is over, I can do Saka to Bruno Fernandes move. Fair enough. I can do the move as well. I probably will do the Saka to, I think, Brian Mbeumo for me, personally. That's where I'm at the moment. All right, Rohan's team. Rohan on 84 for one of his teams. Joe Pedro, Haaland, Mane, Bruno, Wirtz, Enzo, Mukiele, Timber, Gabriel, Guehi, Sanchez. Very nice. Saka in this team. Rohan, what's the plan for this one? Mbeumo is a good pick. Yes. Correction. Wildcard plan for team 2. I can replicate same pre-hit team that I played this game week. Only thing to discuss, Salah over Wirtz, and is Haaland reliable option from now on till the end? Is Haaland a reliable option? I think it's still maybe safe to have Haaland in your teams. The only thing is, here's the thing. Right now, the 2 main strikers we would want are Joe Pedro, and I'll probably add Ekitike, right? Joe Pedro and Ekitike are the 2 main strikers. Now, you can sell Haaland, but if you sell, who are you going to go and buy with all that money? Like, you're not in a rush to buy players, right? Depending on people's team value, because I've seen some teams that could do a lot with like selling Haaland. But if you guys really want to sell Haaland, then yeah, I'm not going to stop you, but I think it's just maybe safer to keep him in the team as well, as a rank protection to an effect, just in case he goes mad. But I can see the reasoning for selling Haaland if you consider captaincy, because we're not captaining him this week. We're not captaining him in 26. 27, we might captain him because Newcastle are poor. Is there anyone else? I think I had a look at this again last week, where 27 I said we could captain him, but I also did mention that who are Liverpool playing? Liverpool playing Forest. Ekitike could be a captaincy option. United are playing Everton. If Bruno Fernandes' form still continues against Everton as well, Bruno Fernandes will become a popular option. And Joe Pedro is playing Burnley. Chelsea captaincy will be very popular as well in 27. So, like, then you look at it and you go, okay, 27 as well. I'm probably not captaining Haaland. And then we go into 28, which is Leeds. Now, there you might want to captain. 28, 29, you probably want to captain. Who's the standouts in 28? Standouts in 28, Arsenal are playing Chelsea. So that locks it out. Liverpool are playing West Ham. Ekitike, if he's on insane form, Ekitike could still be a popular captaincy as well. And he's at home as well. So, I mean, here's the thing. Haaland becoming less and less of a perma cap option is good for the game, personally. I think that's just good for the game when he becomes less and less of a perma cap option. So if you really want to sell, I don't mind it. For now, I think I could still probably hold on to him and then see if City pick up form or not. Probably use Rogers to Lacroix or something. Yeah, probably something like that, Becky. Probably something like that. Haaland annoys me, but he's a good FPL pick. JP, Ekitike and good third striker like Bowen or someone else till the end can play 3 up front. Don't consider till the end. The whole till the end never works. For the next couple of weeks, you think of it as the next couple of weeks because things will change and then something will appear. I mean, Watkins could be injured for longer and Tammy Abraham becomes a really good pick at 6 million. So we'll have to wait and see. Haaland is already reliable forward in the sea of shitty. Nah, I would say at this moment, Ekitike, as long as Arne Slot starts him, is a reliable forward. The only reason I sold Ekitike is because Arne Slot didn't start him the week before. And I was like, I don't want to deal with this trouble. And Joe Pedro was on really good form, which he still is. We'll cap Bruno Fernandes or Gabriel, says Becky. For this game week, yeah, I think this game week a lot will still be on Bruno. But yeah, Gabriel, I'm on Gabriel captaincy for next week. This week I'm on Bruno. So this is Rohan's first team. This is Rohan's other team, the free hit team. 89 points. Rufus, Timber, Gabriel, Mukiele. Well played free hit, Rohan. Ekitike, Joe Pedro, Rice, Bruno, Mbuemo, Enzo, and Salah. Good free hit, this one. This is a good free hit. Well played, well played. I mean, both your teams look strong. What exactly are you trying to do? You can just sell Saka, right? And then everything else will look pretty good. Now, should I take a hit, guys, for a defender? Should I sell Malik Chow to a Chelsea defender? I mean, Chelsea defense is the only defense that I'm going to think of selling and taking a hit for. Otherwise, I would not take a hit for any other. Like, I'm not taking a hit for Hill against Aston Villa. I had to also consider what happens if, for example, I do take this hit, right? And let me have a look. Where is it? Saka to Rice move done, says Rohan. That's for your team. Fair enough. Keeping Haaland is not a question for me. You have to keep him just because of ownership. Every time he scored, your rank would suffer plummet without him. I mean, I had him and without captaining him, he did 14 points and I fell 1 million in rank. And only now, how many game weeks has he taken me? So, I was 1.2 million. Game week 8. Game week 8 was the last time I was... Actually, this is my highest season rank so far. 1.3 million was the last good rank I had. Game week 9, I captained him here. Where did my big red arrow start? I think it was here. 3.5 million. Game week 14. Went from 2.4 to 3.5. Oh, it was a sea of red arrows actually. It was just bad decision after bad decision, just falling. And we've at least gone from 3.5 back to 1.2. Hopefully, this game week we can get into the top 1 million. We'll see. But yeah, so what other defense? Like, I mean, I could probably start Malik Chow this week against Brentford. You never know, right? Because Newcastle at home, maybe they'll get something. I don't know. Otherwise, it's only like I could do as you know what? I could just go and get the Arsenal defender in this week as well. Like I can go and get Timber in for Malik Chow this week as well, potentially, if I really wanted to. I wouldn't take a hit. Newcastle at Brentford at home. Yeah, that's the thing. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just like keep it and see how. Maybe I'll just keep it and see how it does. I prefer removing one city assets since they were blanking gaming 31. Yeah, that will happen. I was gonna initially I was thinking of keeping Malik Chow and removing O'Reilly, but then I realized in the lead up to game week 31, I still might want double city defense at certain points. So I was like, okay, I'll just keep city defense for now and Malik Chow because I apart from this Brentford game, right? And then game week 28 you have Everton. I can't really see myself starting Malik Chow in any of the other fixtures. So he can go now compared to the like game week 28. I might even do some. Yeah, let's see. I might just keep it like this: Guehi, Gabriel, and Mukiele. I won't even start Malik Chow. I won't even start O'Reilly, to be honest. I might do Harry Wilson. Oh my days! I might do something like this. Enzo will be on the bench. Might even bench Joe Pedro, to be honest. And I might even do something like this. I don't know. Actually, no. I would have sold Joe Pedro by this time. This would be Ekitike actually. So it will be something like this. Gaming 28. I probably need to 1.2 short. Oh, that's because I have Saka. So yeah, I probably need to consider and see. I'll probably have to play around and see. But yeah, when I really want to make a clean sheet, I mean a defensive substitution for a hit. I don't know. Otherwise, it's next week I do the defensive substitution next week, where I bring in the Arsenal defender. But next week, what will my defense look like? Let's see. My defense next week will look something like it'll have another Arsenal defender in here. So let's say I do Saka to Mbuemo. Then in game week 26, I'll go Malik Chow to Timber for the double defense. So it'll be something like this with Gabriel on the captaincy. This is why I wanted to do a goalkeeper transfer because Verbruggen is like his fixtures are not great. Can I do Verbruggen? Yeah, see, I can do Verbruggen and I can get Sanchez in for exact money. This is kind of why I wanted to do that hit this week. So like I could have done the hit this week where I sold Verbruggen, got Sanchez in. And I have a good goalkeeper for the next 3 at least. Benefit from the points when I can. And then game week 27, it'll look something like this. Where probably bench Harry Wilson against Sunderland. Probably start Mukiele even over Guehi. So something like this. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, have to think about it, but yeah, kind of where I'm at. And then if I was to go here, give me 27, no transfer, and then I would sell Joe Pedro to Ekitike. Oh, I'm 0.5 short. And this is where I'll have to downgrade O'Reilly to like a James Hill, for example, who hopefully has gone to only 4 million by then. Oh, still need to downgrade funds. Might end up downgrading Chelsea defense again. Now, this is where I go. If I didn't do the goalkeeper transfer, I would be having funds by now. Something for me to think about. I don't know. For free hit team, I have two players to get rid of. One is Saka and the other is Foden also. Free hit team. Oh, this one. So you have Saka and Foden. Yeah. So both you can sell, right? You can get Bruno Fernandes for one spot. And for Phil Foden, you can go and even get Brian Mbeumo, to be honest. I also have Rogers and Cash in defense for free hit team. Then thinking of Walker to replace all these players. Oh, I see what you mean. And you can go and get Gabriel and all. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. I don't mind it then. Get second Arsenal defense. Yeah, like go and get Gabriel for like a Matic Cash. Get improve the midfield a bit more. Can get Joe Pedro. Can get Ekitike. Yeah, fair. I see what you mean, Rohan. I see your issues. Forest defense for 2 game weeks. I did think about it, Forest defense, but I felt like transfers are going to be very precious. As you can see, right? I'm navigating with like one free transfer and all. Like Forest defense for 2 game weeks seems like a slightly luxury move that I can't afford at the moment. Gaming 31 when City and Arsenal blank, I will have 4. Donnarumma, Gabriel Rice, and the robot. That will be my bench. I have to consider that. So gaming 31, if I was to do, see, this is where things get interesting. Who did I have here? So let's say I got rid of, I don't know, Timber, for example, instead of here. So, and then 31 comes. Yeah, see, I still have to figure out 2 more players, which I have 3 free transfers to deal with. But 31, right? We want to get Aston Villa player in against West Ham. We want to get Fulham in. I already have Fulham, as in I have Harry Wilson. This is why I'm not selling Harry Wilson, by the way. This is the main reason I'm not selling Harry Wilson as well, because game week 31 is against Burnley. Newcastle against Sunderland. Now, if I had kept Malik Chow, obviously we'll see tomorrow whether Newcastle are the ones blanking or whether City are the ones blanking. Maybe I keep Malik Chow and sell O'Reilly instead, so that I have another extra player in game week 31, so that I don't have to spend another transfer, right? Like by keeping Malik Chow, I have an extra transfer that I can save potentially. So that's something as well. Like I need to consider saving transfers whenever possible as well. And then Spurs versus Forest. I don't know if I'd want someone there. So yeah, Fulham. Maybe I could get Anderson as well. Like I could buy Anderson around here instead of buying Hill. Like when I went and bought Hill here, where was it? When I bought Hill over here, instead of buying Hill over here, I could have actually bought Anderson instead. Who plays Spurs? Ooh, that's not a good fixture. Maybe Hill. Oh no, I could have actually bought Anderson. But then if I'm keeping Newcastle defense, I'll have to think about it. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I'll have to play a few combinations and see. Saka could be Wirtz or Mbeumo. Then you can get second Arsenal defense. Yep. Right now, I'm looking to get Mbeumo. And then obviously, yeah, second Arsenal defense. Rise to Mbeumo, Wirtz after game week 26. Says Amit. Yeah. For now, I think Mbeumo. And then I could probably have a look at Wirtz as well. Yeah. But then I need funds. So I need to think about these moves that I'm going to do. Maybe if I do the goalkeeper transfer, it takes funds as well. So I had to think about all of that. Arsenal will double game week in 26 and free in game week 31. Yeah, so they'll blank in 31. You could probably play a free hit in 31. You could also save it. This is where the wild card comes into play. If you play a wild card way earlier, then obviously you probably push yourself into a position where you free hit in 31. If you hold out your wild card, majority of people might end up dead end in 31 instead. Sam, how are you doing? Frank's Army? Yes, I was loading that up. Here we go. Who is Malik Chow? Oh, this guy, Malik Chow. The Newcastle defender. Also, people, if you are here and you haven't hit the like button just yet, do smash that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm. So if you can hit that like button, that would be amazing. Thank you very much. So Frank, Sam. Thomas Frank's army, 82 points. Wow, 82 points well played. Raya, Gabriel, Senesi, Mukiele, Keane, Wilson, Anderson. The gift that keeps giving them that price. Bruno Fernandes, Ekitike, Evan Nilsson, and Haaland. What's the plan, Sam? What's the plan? What are you planning on doing? What are you doing with certain Saka? I wonder how long Saka is out for. Let's have a look. If I could find that information. Saka is out of action for around 3 to 4 weeks, apparently. So at least a month that Saka is probably out for, which includes probably a double game, which includes a blank game week as well, right? If I'm not mistaken. I was wildcarding until that week, saved them all. It's a good thing you saved your wildcard, isn't it? Top and time, how are you doing sending my team? Yes, I have received it. I really don't know. I think Saka probably to. You can sell Saka to Rice, or actually you can do Saka to Brian and Buemo. You could do Saka to Enzo Fernandez actually. Now that I see that you don't have any Chelsea players, Saka to Enzo Fernandez is not a bad move. And this is Turpentines. Transfers -8 before and after. Okay. This is Turpentine. This is a before the team, which included O'Reilly, Gravenberg, and Thiago have been sold or going to be sold for Timber, Enzo, and Krupi Jr. for a -8. Whew. Expensive -8. Fair enough. I mean, not going to blame you. 1.2 in the bank. You have to do the -8 to be able to buy Enzo and Timber. And the reason you do that is because you have to sell Thiago to fund cash so that you can afford Timber. Otherwise, you can't afford Timber. That's insane that you can't afford. Oh, it's Gravenberg. That's why. Yeah, so Gravenberg to Enzo Fernandez basically takes your funds. He basically takes all your money. And then if you were to go and get Timber, you need to downgrade Thiago. Okay. Makes sense. Here's a question to you, Turpentine. Because I'm looking at your fifth midfielder, right? And you have the Everton lad. I'm just wondering, what if you went for Matheus Mane, the Wolves striker? Would you, because I'm just thinking of Game Week 26, you're going to be playing 4 midfielders. So there's a chance you can play a 3-4-3 with Matheus Mane as a double Game Week player. Or do you prefer to have the only thing with Matheus Mane, and I'll say it now, he's only he's only going to be used for that specific game week, and then after that you're probably not going to think about him. Whereas Krupi Jr. is a much more better FPL option for longer term. Whereas Matheus Mane probably just that specific game week. That's it. Joseph says I had to go. Thanks, Ryan, for your time, efforts, and energy. Bye, chat. Thank you, Joseph, for joining. Thank you. Best of luck for the game week. I'll see. Obviously, tomorrow is the podcast. So for anyone who's joining for the game week 25 podcast, we'll be live tomorrow for that one. So I'll see you for the podcast. Otherwise, I'll see you on the deadline stream. It's a Friday night deadline for everyone. Just letting you all know. Friday night deadline this week, not Saturday. So don't get caught out. Friday night deadline. Don't forget. Mane's points are 2 points per game. Yeah. pretty much, unless you get very lucky. But yeah, I agree with you. So yeah, I think Krupa Junior is a better option. Not gonna lie. No, I agree. What will be the wildcard team in Gaming 32? 2 or 3 assets of Arsenal, 2 of Chelsea, then 1 or 2 of City, 1 of Liverpool, Thiago, cheap defenders. So wildcard in this season makes sense. Wildcard team in 32. I don't know. It depends on the doubles. Because I think we might get a double game week in 34 potentially. I think. I'm not sure fully. So it just depends on the doubles. Who doubles? So we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. If something happens in the FA Cup, right? It's all based on the FA Cup. So, I mean, City will be one of the teams doubling. If they beat Newcastle next week, then City and Crystal Palace, right? City and Crystal Palace will be one of the teams that double in 33 or something. Is it Crystal Palace? Yeah. So, and then it all depends on FA Cup and every time. What time Friday night? Very early in the morning. It is at 3:30 in the morning my time. That might be midnight for you, won't it, Tiger? 3:30 in the morning. Jeez, it's so early. Oh my days. I hate Friday night deadlines. City, Arsenal, Liverpool will progress in the FA Cup. Yeah, but it depends on who else ends up in the double. That's the thing. So we'll have to wait and see. So yeah. So that's top and 9's team. I don't mind these transfers, to be honest. Don't mind it at all. All right. I think that is basically it. I'm trying to see if I have any other news. No, I think that's it. So we basically now have to see what happens between City versus Newcastle tomorrow. And then basically we will get to know which of Manchester City and which of Newcastle are blanking in Game Week 31. And then so after that, we'll have the podcast tomorrow to discuss about that. And also then we'll be talking in the deadline stream on Friday night, which means weekend. Everyone can enjoy their weekend. We have, what's the weekend game? Oh, United versus Spurs. Can Manchester United beat their Baba Yaga? So here's the thing: what Spurs team will Spurs turn up, or will it be John Wick reincarnated to play as a Spurs team? I don't know. We'll have to see what Spurs turn up against Manchester United. And this says I'm -12 Pedro in for Barry and Semenyo in for Palmer. I had enough hope I'll make it up. Fair enough. You're 3 hours in front of me. Okay, so that'll be 12:30 for you. So roll my team. Yes, and maybe you can think about starting Thiago as well. Captain this week: Bruno, Embuemo, Haaland, or Pedro. I'm on the Bruno Fernandes train. Now that you mentioned captaincy, I do remember Andy telling me to put some polls up as well. So what I'm going to do before we end is I'm going to create a poll, not on this YouTube stream, but on the YouTube community section of a poll. So we're going to go YouTube and who is your game week 25 captain? Hashtag FPL. Text poll. Should we put text poll or should we put image poll? Maybe I'll put an image poll. I just had to find photos of Haaland now. Haaland. Bruno. Hopefully I have spelled Fernandes right. Who are the other captaincy options? Embuemo. I don't think people will captain Embuemo. Chelsea? Joe Pedro maybe? Who are Arsenal playing? Sunderland. Probably not. Gabriel Rice? Okay, we'll add Gabriel Rice. All right, these will be the poll. Actually, you know what? I'll just put other instead of Gabriel Rice. Panikwan, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. How are things going? How are you doing, my friend? Oh, I have to download these photos of Haaland. Damn. That's the photo I was thinking of putting of Haaland. Looks like it can't be a WebP. All right, I will figure out this poll and I'll put it up for you guys. Gabriel is a captaincy pick. Yeah, so that will have to be as part of the other section. Manikwan, how are you doing? How are things going? Welcome, welcome. Wow. I need to find Bruno Fernandes as well now. Manikwan says, I've activated my wildcard before this. I have 4 free transfers. Do I still have my 5 free transfers coming into Gaming 25? I haven't done any transfers this game week. This for Gaming 25, just activated my wildcard. So you've activated your wildcard for Gaming 25, right? And you had 4 free transfers before this. So so before Gaming 25 started, before you pressed your wildcard, heading into Game 25, you had 4 free transfers. You will have 4 free transfers when you go into Gaming 26 as well. You will have 4 free transfers when you go into Gaming 26. Hopefully that helps. Uh, all right. And I found one for a certain Joe Pedro. And other, who do we put as other as a captaincy? I don't even know who other should be. I don't have a picture for other as a captaincy option. I'm cooking egg while I'm listening to your live stream. Damn. What are you cooking? What type of egg? Fried, sunny side up, scrambled. I don't know what to put for other. We'll just keep the others like it is. I can't even post. Oh no. All right, let's just have the FPL logo. If I can find the FPL logo, that is. Let me just take the Premier League logo. All right, there we go. Post. Done. Right. Captaincy poll is up. You guys can go and vote on it. Let me copy the link so that you guys can then go and vote. Ta-da! And we'll monitor this when it comes to Gabriel should be other, but that confuses people though. That's the thing. It'll confuse the people watch. Like they'll think it's Gabriel and they won't read that it's other. All right. So yeah, go vote on that, and we'll have a look at the captaincy poll when it comes to when it gets to the deadline stream. I'll put it in the FPL poll on the Discord chat as well. All right. Coleslaw, salad, and chicken saute vegetables. Ooh, interesting. All right. That's basically it. I think we'll end it here for today. Vanikwan, let me know what your team looks like, and we'll bring it up on the deadline stream as well. There is a wildcard draft on the channel as well, so that should be helpful as also. So shout out obviously to Tiger, Andy, Vanikwan, Rohan, Amit, Topantine, Joseph, Sam, Freddie, who else? Andy, I mentioned Becky, Com, Muhin as well. Did I miss anyone else? Tin, Joseph I mentioned, Amit I mentioned, and did I mention anyone else that's missing? Oh, Caleb as well, who was at the start, and anyone else who's been watching in the background. Shout out to you all as well. Have a good one, everyone. I will see you all tomorrow for the Gameweek 25 podcast. And then we'll see you on Friday for the Gameweek 25 deadline stream. Until then, have a good one. Thank you all for watching. And hit the like, hit the subscribe if you reached up to this point, because that definitely helps the YouTube algorithms. And I think we should, what we should bring back again is the fact that comment on the YouTube videos. Tiger does it as well a lot. So do go and comment on the YouTube videos. That kind of helps the YouTube algorithm as well. So any interaction with the channel is great for the YouTube algorithm. So make sure to do that as well once the video is over. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. And I'll see you all later. Peace out, everyone.